Welcome back to episode 20 of Greatest's Let's Play Modded Minecraft series. And as you can see, I've got a lot of nodes now. It makes it really easy to enchant. That's entirely full, so is the one upstairs. And for now, I'm not going to add any more, I don't think. Maybe a few between episodes. Our liquid XP is fine. As you can see, the little tank, or each of these is 16 buckets worth, so that's a lot of liquid XP due for enchanting for quite some time. But this episode, I kind of like to talk about farms and really getting lots and lots of materials for a few different things. So first of all, I moved the ender pearls over here. So here we have a wood farm, and I just left this overnight just to see how. Don't worry, you haven't missed an episode. I did build this off camera. I will explain it in a second. But just to see how fast I got getting wood in. Saplings, don't worry about, we're not getting any of those yet, and apples. And to be honest, it's fast enough for my purposes. It's not going to be the main wood farm that will be used for renewable fuel. This one's a small one that's going to power, or be able to power, this, which is going to be our mana bean farm, and I may have a third story on here as well. And we'll have floors in here with golems and all kinds of stuff. But for the moment, I need to get enough wood to convert over to be able to power things like lamps of growth, which I'm going to need not wood itself, but it's the actual leaves from these trees that I actually need for that. I need herba. There are a few sources of it. Leaves are pretty good. So yeah, just to briefly explain the farm then, I've not compacted this yet, I've just kind of left it open just so that you can see a lot more of what's going on. We're using MFR, and we're using these upgrade, range upgrade, so the radius increases by 9. By default, these have a kind of radius of 3x3 if you like, so that will take the radius all the way to the wall and perhaps a bit beyond if I need to. So we have a pair of devices, a harvester, which, as it sounds like, it harvests the trees when they're grown. On the top, I've got a void fluid pipe because I don't need the what's it called? Fluid. I don't remember what the stuff's called. You either have to boil it or destroy it, and I'm just going to destroy it. You can get some random items by boiling it in a sludge. That's the stuff. Sludge boiler. So at the bottom, we've got a planter, and this is where currently all of our saplings are going. Now once this is full, then it's going to start filling up our sapling barrel, which is fine. We're going to use those elsewhere later. Power at the moment is being provided by this power cell. It's full. It's getting its power by me manually at the moment loading wood into a furnace, which converts into charcoal. Charcoal is going around the back into a steam dynamo that's on top of an aqueous accumulator. I don't have any fancy controls here yet for turning this off when this is full, so yeah, it's a little bit wasteful, but I think we're producing enough wood that this will continue to be powered. And what I'm going to do is probably move these and compact this all off camera. It doesn't need to be this spread out. I'm just doing it for purposes of illustration. So there we go, and that is quite noisy. So let's just see if we can craft a few items. It takes to do a tree elizer first. Why aren't you sinking? Yeah. I need a carpenter for that. Okay, I'll come back to that. The only reason for tree elizer, by the way, is that these saplings, the oak saplings, and with the tree elizer that converts them to apple oak saplings, which I believe produces more apples, and apples are kind of useful for other things later, fluids and methanol and all kinds of crazy stuff we've not got to yet. So first I want a sound muffler. Wool and note block, seems fairly straightforward. Need more planks, which needs more wood. Yep, so let's just load our system up with a couple of stacks that we've grown overnight. Much easier than growing trees ever again. And I'll probably feed it automatically into the AE system at some point, but not important for right now. So yeah, I'll just craft craft, I don't know, 128 planks. That should be enough. And to be honest, I also want to mute out the sheep and the cows. So you want 3 of these. One. It's not pine wood planks. It's the oak wood planks now. Yeah, of course. So when I told it to craft planks, it only knows how to make pine wood planks at the moment. It's a little bit annoying, but now that I've got an automated system, I can just replace the recipes for pine wood with oak wood. Now that we're just going to make oak wood automatically. No money for pine. Pine is quite good. It, it grows very, very tall, so you get a lot of wood out per tree. But it doesn't have apples, and apples I'm going to be using later. So sorry, pine. We're going to use oak. So yeah, 128 of those, and I probably need to cancel this one. Go. So let's try that again. No block. Give me 1, 2. And this depends on how much wool I've got. We'll see. 1, 2. 2 at the moment. Fine. Come here, sheep. Yes, just as I'm automating the wood side of things, I'm also going to be automating the animal side of things, so depends how fast we can get through a lot of this stuff in this episode. So this and a note block. There we go. 3 of them. And yes, let's first mute this because the sound of felling trees is kind of annoying. I'm just going to put it down here for now. Doesn't matter where too much, it's just within a certain range if I remember rightly. So if you can hear this on the thing, you can hear the in the recording, you can hear the sheep. And now you can't hear the sheep. Well, very slightly. And the same thing, wow, that's a heck of a hat. Now I can't hear the cows, but I can hear the chickens. So I'm going to have to make another one of those, and chickens are just down here. Yeah. You will do. So what else are we going to need to do? We've obviously got the tree farm. I'm going to do that off camera to just compact the thing. Tree produces wood, wood to charcoal. Charcoal powers the tree farm, but it should also let us do some other awesome stuff, like we can use the charcoal to power the new items that we've got in Thorncraft. So let's have a look. By the way, this pack has been updated to 1.0.16 now, which means we get lots of new stuff, including extra utilities. I've been playing with the new Thorncraft anyway, so that's not a surprise, it's not a new thing. Yeah, I've got a tutorial on that on my channel if you need it. So I think I'm actually looking for golems we'll get to. I do need some of those. Here we are in alchemy, automated alchemy. So previously we were using just this and pouring some water into it, like this. Yeah, waiting for that to bubble and then dropping components into it. I hate this whole thing. It produces taint and all kinds of nasty stuff if you get it even slightly wrong. It's not automated at all. Well, you can try, but you have to drop stuff into it from above and all kinds of crazy stuff to do that. Instead, in the new version of Thorncraft, once you've researched the basic stuff, you can get down to automated alchemy. Now you need 2 of these alchemical construct blocks above a crucible, which we've already got the crucible. What it basically lets you do is any recipe that you could make in a crucible previously, like nitor or alimentum, you can now make pretty much automatically. You can load it with the recipe, feed it with ingredients, and away it'll go. It'll have to keep producing, keep producing. The reason why that's good is that we can make it alimentum as a power source, kind of permanent one. But also, we don't quite need this bit yet, but we'll use it a little bit later. We can use the new alembics to give us herb. Herb is what we need for... Where are you? Have I got it yet? Oh, I have. I've not got it yet. Nah. Okay, I need to come get it. The arcane lamp has an offshoot called Lamp of Growth, and that's needed for a mana bean farm. The mana bean farm is needed for the automated essentia. So are golems, so there's lots and lots to do. I'll be right back once I've researched. Okay, so we've researched Lamp of Growth, and if you don't know how to do that, by the way, it is a hidden research. Just scan out an arcane lamp. There's quite a lot of these. I'm just going to tell you this one. There's quite a lot more though. Brain in the Jar is a hidden research, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You may consider it fairly obvious. But yes, so I went and switched the farm temporarily to sheer leaves, which is one of the options, because I just wanted to fill up this herb jar. And the way we do that with the new alembics, you can't really pipe them unless you're just piping just the one per time. Again, go and look at my tutorial on that one if you want to see how that actually works. But we don't really need to at the moment until we automate all of this. So if I just grab the jar essentia, remember there's no spout anymore, so you can't just place these below the spouts. It's faster than that. We just got to wait for this to finish. This is going to fall down, and as you can see, none of the others are full of anything except for the bottom one, and we just right click and it fills up our jar, which has now got 33 in it. So let me just leave this here and I'll go and grab that later. We do want to make a couple of lamps of growth, so let's have a look at the recipe. 2 bone meal, 2 earth shards and 2 gold ingots with a regular arcane lamp. An arcane lamp is daylight sensor, 2 iron, amber and some nitor. So I've already made one of those here. Let's go make another one. So daylight sensor should be fairly straightforward. Yeah, it's just some nether quartz, some slabs. There we go. Amber, so hopefully you should have been picking it up while you've been mining. Block. Nitor. And a couple of iron. Oops, wrong place. Yeah, we've still got enough. Okay, so 2 iron, nitor underneath, daylight sensor on top, and we've got our second arcane lamp. Now the way these work, I can drop them in. If you didn't want to go with all of this glowstone, you can just drop an arcane lamp. And over a few seconds it's going to light up the area, make it much brighter. It's not quite what we want, so we want to convert them into lamps of growth. And for that we're going to need some other items. So we're going to need 16 herba. Completely coincidentally, I was filling up the herba jar. Yes, that's exactly why. which is full, which is what we want anyway. And we also need Lux. You know where that comes from. Victus. Now let's have a look at those. So, Lux obviously now comes from torches. A single one per torch, which is straightforward. It's good enough. But Victus, what does Victus come from? Okay, flowers. Sure, other stuff will have Victus in it, but at the moment, how many of those do we need? Knowing me, it's going to be a lot. 16, so for 2 of these I'm going to need 32 and 8 looks per one of them, so I'm going to need about 16 torches. Let's just, oops, drop those in and get them burning while I go and have a look at how many flowers we've got. Okay, so we've got 24, that's not too bad. Roses as well, maybe they'll have Victus on them. Let's have a look. Scan them. You do. They also have herb on them. Oh, that's unfortunate. When I say unfortunate, I mean I could have got away without all the leaves. And some sensors too, fine. So they both got the same elements? They do, so they're interchangeable. At least start labelling all of these. I will do, and I'll do that off camera, I think. I don't think I have a census jar. Nope, just take this one then. And I need another one for Victus. Let's just grab one of these. So, you done? Let's burn them all. I can always go and get more flowers. So this is going to be our Lux jar. And another herba now. I probably will. Yeah, let's just empty that. I don't really need it. I do want, however, is the Victus. So I think that's enough. Yeah, it is. Just need some more Lux, which I need more torches. There we go. So it should draw from these 3. So that's one arcane lamp, and now we just need the others. So we want 2 gold per one, so let's get 5 gold, 5 earth, and 5 bone meal. When I say 5, I mean kind of a convenient amount that is more than 5, and yeah. We need the wand, and get our arcane lamp as well. So this is a moderate recipe, which means if you don't have any of these, you might want to watch out a little bit. Luckily, I had these items around, you know, crystal clusters. That's just one of every cluster in a crafting recipe. Some heads, that kind of thing. All well worth doing and putting on these things. There we go. So incoming herba. Incoming lux. Incoming victus. And that's pulling in the items, all good. Lamp of growth. And as we're a sucker for punishment, we're just going to do another one. They do stack the bonuses, I believe, so there are other things we can make to stack with them as well, but not important right now. Yeah, do still have everything. Where you go? Second lamp of growth. 2. And we actually need some herba as well for these, so let's grab this for temporarily and I'll demonstrate how they work. Drop the lamps of growth. It's meant to be anywhere in the kind of sight line. If you can see, about half of these have grown a little bit. These have been nerfed quite massively in terms of their growth rate, so let me just actually destroy them so we've got at least them all, as you'd expect, at the smallest size. Well, nearly smallest size. Anyway, so need a source of herba, that's the fuel, so let's just drop you here for now. And with that, you need to give the lamps of growth. There you go, you see the herba coming out? They're going to the lamps of growth. Lamps of growth are shining in this area, and what they should do is increase the size of these mana beans. They should increase the growth rate. Not sure if we're going to be able to see it on camera. Would be nice. Lots of particle effects. Okay, it's not going to show on camera. Never mind. The point about this, however, is that this herba is currently manual, and I don't want the manual. So the good part about this is next door, this tree farm, only one block through that wall right there, you see. So all I need to do really is recreate our alembics from downstairs. To be honest, I could just snag one off the top if I'm lazy. And I am. We still need an alchemical furnace though, so it's your recipe. Probably going to be a furnace and something else. Alchemical furnace. Where are you? Furnace, crucible, and some arcane stone blocks. 7 of them, fine. Furnace, 1 crucible. There we go, and we may as well just drop this in the recharge downstairs. There we go, and as you can see, it's going to be charging very, very quickly. So, what I'm going to need is a source of coal. Thankfully, we've got charcoal. Cool. And we're going to need to burn something. And to burn something, we need leaves. And we got leaves. So, all told, we kind of have our source of essentia. So let's just see if I can create it here. I may need some piping, obviously, to get some charcoal. It's not too important right now. Here we see. Kind of nice. Just get rid of that for a second. And put our furnace down. Put our alembic down. And we could label this, that would restrict it, but to be honest, we're not going to be burning anything else in here but leaves, so let's just take the charcoal. Yeah, we need to feed this in somehow. So charcoal and leaves. You see the herb coming through. And now, not sure if that's going to work directly. See if it does supply directly. Probably won't, it'll probably need a connection. Yeah, I think it is going to need a connection, but that's fine. Or I said it can only do one source of suction. In this case, it's fine. We only have one thing to burn, so we can still use our essentia tubes. Assuming I've still got some. I do. So, connected. There we go. All the herb is being produced, sent into our jar, and from there it's going to go into our lamps. And yeah, you may remember, you may not remember what was in here before, but that's certainly, these two were certainly larger than they were. So are these two. It's going to be growing quite fast, and we're going to need an automated way of collecting this stuff. What can we do for that? Alright, so we're going to need golems. And for the moment, I'm going to stay with straw and wooden ones, because I've got quite a small mana bean farm. I don't really need anything too excessive at this stage. However, I may well have to go up to flesh. If you do decide to go to flesh, it's just 9 zombie brains to get a block of flesh. The problem with golems, at least for me, is that they're not infusion recipes, they're crucible recipes. And eventually that's why I'd like to get that automated infusion, automated crucible doohickey thing. So for the meantime, I'm going to create a 1 straw golem and 1 wood golem. Now each of these require 4 humanus, 4 motus, 4 spiritus, and the only thing I know of with spiritus at the moment are these heads, so say goodbye to you temporarily. I'll just put more crystal clusters around. So I don't have any spares here, so let's hope I get this right the first time. And it's a hay bale, isn't it? So you and you. Sorry. So the trapdoors supply the Humanus. The zombie heads are the Spiritus, and the zombie brains are. Sorry. Trapdoors supply the Motus. Zombie brains are the Humanus. Zombie heads are the Spiritus. As you can see there, Spiritus. Manus, 1 per. That's 4 per. This is 1 Motus. Now, unfortunately, each of these is going to produce lots of extra elements, which are going to be dumped into the environment and probably produce taint and make me very annoyed, but I kind of need this anyway, so let's do this. Zombie head, zombie brains, trapdoor, hay bale, 1 straw golem. Now we do the same thing again, but with a great wood log, and that gives us a wood golem. And all of that's going to decay soon, so zombie brain, trapdoor, zombie head, and a wooden golem. And back away. Now, what we also need is the upgrades. Now, I may not need any of the upgrades because it's so small. I do need an order upgrade because the harvest golem needs to be able to replant things, and that luckily is a workbench recipe, which is so nice. So I just need some gold nuggets and an order shard. Gold, that will do. And an order shard, which I should have 1 of. Thank you. Middle, later on the outside, wand, and an upgrade. The gather should be okay. So we need the other side of things. We need harvest and gather. So gather first. Let's have a look. I just need a workbench again. Some night ore, 4 bricks, and that's for the basic animation core. I'm going to need 2 of those. So I'm going to need 2 night ore, which is going to need more crucible stuff. Yeah, that's looking horrible. Yeah. So let's see what we've got in stock. Let's just do 1 first. And I'll do the other one off camera probably between the episodes. So that's all. Let's just get rid of some of this extra stuff we don't need. Don't need it at the moment anyway. Yes, not all. We need bricks. Bricks. Of course, I'm short on bricks. Let's hope I'm not short on clay. Okay, much left? Find out the basic core, and I'll just do the harvest one on camera, I think. So that will get me a basic. Gather is a crucible recipe as well, so it's probably yeah. There we go. So I'm gonna have to do this anyway. Let's get rid of existing stuff then. Yeah. So I'm going to have to wait a few minutes while that clears up, unless my... Nope, still can't do that. Okay, so back in a minute once this is cleared up. There we go. So what did we actually want? We wanted the, yeah, golem cores. Just do 1. Do we have time to do a second one? It's night or yeah. Let's just do 1. And I want the harvest core, don't I? So I need Messis and Mito. This is carrots, fine. Mito. That's not good. I haven't found anything with Mito on it yet. Great. Okay, beer. So to get Mito, we just scan that, and obviously that's got 3 on it. We're going to need 5, I think it said. Hang on. Colomancy, harvest. Yeah, we need 5, so we need 2 pairs of shears, and messis, which is a crop. What carrots have on them? Hopefully it's just 5, we'll see. Yeah, it's 5. We've just got some other aspects too, so have shears, so just make another set. Yeah, we just throw a harvest core in there, normal core in there. Fine. Okay, so shears, carrots, animation core. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a harvest core. And we're probably about to get a lot of taint. That's the gas version. Okay. That's not going away. Fine. By the way, if it does come up with a temporary taint, the stuff that goes onto the floor, the goo stuff, hit it with a water bucket and just drop water on top of it like that, and it'll go away. But I'm not sure if that's true for this stuff. Wonder. Yeah, you do not want to go away. Fine. That's okay for now, because we've got our animation core, which is what we wanted. So let's just set the harvest side of this. And I'll go and do the gather off camera, because it's much simpler to do the gather side. The golem for harvest is straw. So we're just going to right click him on the chest. Well, in fact, it doesn't matter where we right click, but right click him. He doesn't do anything, because we need to hit him with an upgrade first before we put the harvest core in. There we go, order. So he should now replant them, but he won't collect them. That's what you need the gather core for on the other golem. And harvest. So you see, he's replanting. He's not picking them up. By the way, I've taken this upper row off until I get an extra floor built, so that's fine. So for now, you're all fine. I'm just putting it in the chest for the moment. I will change this to an ender chest so that we can move them elsewhere, but for the moment that's fine. Just to get rid of this golem so he doesn't start creating things while I'm away doing other things, we should be able to just right click him. Sorry, left click him. There we go. If you shift and left click, he will get destroyed. Well, not destroyed, taken apart, and you get all your actual your components back. You know, the golem, the core, and the upgrade. But I do actually want this particular setup, so just left click, and yeah, it makes a nice noise. I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Episode 20, we've got a working, well, nearly automatic mana beam farm. That will be automatic once I start up some piping over there and some redirecting and compacting. I'll do that off camera. I'll probably show you at the start of the next episode just so you can see how compact I can get it, and if you can get it even more compact, feel free to send me a comment or subscribe to the video series, and we'll see you next episode. Thanks for watching.